This is my Rise Reflection video for DVA video and audio production. I'm going to start with the reflect side on how did my attitude, my logic, and my behaviors influence my performance or my contribution, and what worked and what didn't. I always come into things with a positive mindset. I always go into things with the mindset that I can do anything that I put my mind to. So I feel that my behavior was very good in terms of the work that I put in to my video. I have a lot of footage that I could have used, but only dealing with a minute, there's only so much time for images and video, so I had to very carefully choose what I wanted to put in that and tell that story. So what didn't work would be I need to work on making that time to edit. I find myself putting myself off to edit things. I feel like it's going to be more complicated than it is, and then when I sit down and start editing, it's not nearly as complicated or as tedious as it seems, just until you start getting down into the tiny littler details of everything is when it starts to get tedious. But in an overall aspect, editing is an extremely enjoyable thing for me. So things that I need to revisit to master my material, or what resources are available to me through Inquire, would be the video that we watched in LinkedIn. I forget the lady's name who put on that 7-hour video. Was an amazing video. She showed us how to do multiple things, multiple ways, just in case if there were situations that we came to where we weren't able to do things a certain way. There are multiple ways of doing that, multiple ways of doing that effect, or animation, or whatever it may be. There are multiple ways of going about, razoring your clips or cutting and pasting. So understanding all of those different methods and just, being more aware of all the things that I can do will help me further. So I'm going to probably watch that video like 3 or 4 more times maybe before I graduate. I think that's an extremely important video to have around, especially for this degree program, especially. Under my suggest tab, what could you improve your performance or contribution? What if you had more time? If I had more time, I probably would have edited more. Like I said, I got kind of overwhelmed a little bit because I get intimidated by other people's editing skills, and so the things that I've seen people do and then seeing what I do, I just feel a little under, performing in a way, but not, like, I just feel like there are people that are so many steps ahead of me that are doing better than I am, but I'm still striving to do better. Like, I want to do better every day, so I'm going to become better at this, and I'm going to, push myself until I can't anymore. That's just my person. That's just who I am. And then under elevate, how will I approach similar situations in the future, and how does this inform my personal and professional goals? In the future, I'm going to approach with the same and similar attitude. Headstrong. I can do anything if I put my mind to it. So, but also in the future, I'm going to make more time. Like I said earlier, I have put off doing things and procrastinating when I shouldn't, and that's something I'm going to definitely be working on now, because I see both sides of it. I've been on doing assignments early last month because I was bored. I was online, and then I come to this course and it's a little more advanced. There's a little more going on, and it requires more attention and more time, and putting more time to that will allow me to have extra time to do other things. So I need to bite the bullet in the morning a lot of times and just go ahead and get my work done, instead of putting it off until the afternoon and then fretting over it, So my professional goals and my personal goals are going to kind of remain the same. I'm going to continue to strive forward and doing the best that I can and putting forth the best effort that I have. And then, hopefully that I can find a job that, enjoys having me around, and the professionalism that I bring, and the passion that I have for doing what I want to do. I think, found a new passion with recording video and editing it. I didn't realize how much fun this process really is, and I think that I'm going to continue in taking it steps further. I appreciate you, Phil, for everything that you've done. You've been a wonderful help for me throughout this month. I know that there was a few things that I hiccuped on the very first assignment. I hiccuped on, turned it in late. I apologize for that. But the rest of the month, I did my best to do everything the best that I possibly could. We had the little hiccup with the LinkedIn login. I got it sorted out as soon as I possibly could, and then turned in my work as soon as I possibly could. So I feel everything that I possibly could to the best of my ability. I'm doing my Rise Reflect outside today. The lighting is great. But I also have 2 kids inside that will not give me 5 minutes alone. So it's just easier for me to step outside and take a few minutes while they're sitting there watching TV and enjoying themselves. Again, thank you, Phil, for all of your help. We need to sit and talk music some more, I think, because you and I have a great similar taste in music. I also want to pick your brain more on editing. So maybe we'll get a drink or a coffee at some point and just sit down and hang. Thank you so much, and have a happy New Year and a wonderful Christmas.